Who comes? Who comes into the house of God walking and goes back crawling? Who comes into the court of the Most High God sailing and goes back wailing? Who comes into the presence of God Almighty, all-knowing, so disturbed and goes back more perturbed? Just show me that person, and I will talk about a wavering believer and a shallow worshiper. Show me that person, and I will talk about someone who was not homogeneously tuned to the Spirit of God, one who listened to the word that was coming forth in a minute and then focused back on his problems for hours. Cast unto me all your burdens, for I care. He did not cast his burdens, for if even he did, he casted some and not all for the Lord to care for. Oh, I am sorry. Due to circumstances beyond control, I cannot help. Pardon me, my dear. I have a lot on my table, and so I cannot give a helping hand. These are the words of men, never found in the dictionary of God. You see, God, not man, never disappoints. He never lies nor change his ways, and so you'll never come to him so enthusiastic and optimistic and go back so discouraged, disappointed and disoriented, like a hungry husband who goes home and finds no food on the table. In his presence there is perfect liberty, no intimidation, no condemnation. In his presence there is perfect love, casting away all fears. In his presence gloominess is put away, for there is fullness of joy. Oh, you don't believe me? That's fine, but you just go and ask King David. Go ask King David why he made the confession that I am so glad when they say unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Go ask King David why he declared that a day spent in the house of the Lord is better than 1,000 years spent elsewhere. And he will tell you, Shekhinah, there is glory in his divine presence. Oh, still a doubting Thomas? That's fine. But you just go again and ask Mama Hannah. Ask Mama Hannah that did she go back home so depressed and frustrated as she was when she entered the Shiloh temple, and she will shout no, because she went back home having received a word from the Lord and her heart was full and exceeding with joy. And so I tell you that there is glory in his divine presence. Come into his presence, and instead of worrying, worship. Do not be anxious of anything, but in all supplication make known your request unto the Lord with thanksgiving. Do not be anxious of anything. Pour out your heart unto him, coming into his presence. And as you worship, as you behold his face, his countenance will shine on you, and you will go back radiating his love, just because there is glory in his divine presence. Shekhinah.